Hey, we're here in Orlando with Michael Cochren of Cochren Co. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? It's
Another
great to be here.
redhead.
Yes, I know. I was just saying we could be siblings.
We could be.
Yeah.
Now, and how long have you been married, though?
8 years.
Okay, so I think you're a little younger than me.
Okay.
But 8 years being married, I got to ask, if you can remember this far back, what was the best piece of marriage advice that you and Leah got when you got married? Or maybe you still have heard some new advice recently.
You know, we did premarital counseling, and it was unbelievable. The best two pieces of advice I would say. One is they said, never talk about divorce. Like never use it as like even a joke.
A threat or anything.
Yeah, or like that's it. You know, this is like never even go there. And then the other thing was first, worst, most. So think of your sin as first, think of it as worse, and think of it as the thing you need to deal with the most. And that's helped us so much because like so often in marriage you want to look at, you know, well, I'm so wrong. You're doing this against me. It's like I need to look at myself first. It's the worst, and I have to deal with it the most.
Wow. They could write the book about it.
Well, it's not mine. It
I
comes from
know.
a Brad Bigney sermon, so look it up. It's unbelievable.
Now, you guys are touring together,
Yes.
which is so cool. You made music together. I mean, that's a dream for so many couples. And not every couple kind of has that calling to do things together as a couple. Was that always something you wanted to do together? Was that already like, you know, we're getting married, we know this is going to be our life together? Or
You know, it was a dream. I mean, all of this was a dream for me, and it was something that I never really thought would happen, but I always hoped and believed. And she was serving in a college band when I met her. She was playing and singing, and I had a band, and we met at a concert, and we started dating, and then she would kind of play with us every once in a while. When we got married, I told her, I said, hey, you know, you're marrying me, but you're also, you got to be a band member now too. You know, we got to do this. And she was so excited, and we just grew it together really. And I mean, it's been unbelievable to get to stay doing it together. She taught school for 6 years, and so it was kind of like a weekend warrior thing for her, where if she could make the show, she would come out. And then in 2020, right before the world shut down, we were like, let's take a leap of faith. Let's do this full time together. And she came out on the road with me full time, and it's just been unbelievable.
And we love your Running Home album. We love so much of it. But on the road, I saw you post that PB&J is an essential on a tour bus.
Yes.
What else is essential for a tour bus?
Oh my gosh, hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes. Especially if you're asking my wife, she is like, I wouldn't say she's a germaphobe, but she's very germ aware.
Yes, I like the distinction.
So you got to have those things. I would say for me also, Diet A&W root beer.
Oh.
I have to have it after every show.
Does Diet caffeine free? No, root beer is always caffeine free.
Most root beer, yeah.
Okay,
A&W's caffeine because I can't have caffeine.
Yeah, okay.
So it makes my heart like palpitate. But that's definitely got to have that. And then peanut butter crackers, either peanut butter and crackers or like the pre-made
the Ritz
cheese peanut butter crackers.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, absolutely.
The guilty pleasures of Michael
Basically,
Cochren.
carbohydrates and peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then diet root beer to balance it all out.
Yeah, I love it. I do love a good root beer. So I was also going to ask too about your musical influences, because I feel like you have a kind of a sound of your own. Who are your influences?
I mean, big melting pot, truly. My dad was always listening to classic rock and 70s singer-songwriter stuff. So anything from the Eagles to Bob Seger, Bruce Springsteen, Van Morrison, Billy Joel, Jackson Brown. And then my grandparents always had the Gaithers on and the Cathedrals. And my mom was always listening to either like soft rock, like Michael McDonald or Michael Bolton or Stephen Curtis Chapman or even Bebo Norman when I was younger.
Yeah.
So all that just kind of melts together to, you know, especially with this record, we really let those influences bleed in even more.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, let's just see what happens if we put out, you know, something that's just so us.
Yeah.
And so far, people have been accepting of it, and I'm super grateful for that.
And it's helping lead you to the Opry. You're making your debut. I don't know when we're going to share this interview, but I'd love to hear at least your thoughts. How are you feeling about that? June 13th, I think you're making your Opry debut.
Yeah, I mean, it's historic. I mean, I was raised listening to all that music, and so to stand in that circle and to be there where so many have stood and what that represents in the history of country music, and just now, you know, every genre just is so influenced by what the Opry represents. And I mean, I can't wait to stand on the hallowed ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Cochren of Cochren & Company, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.